Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Gurnoors, and if you're new here, welcome. So today I have such an interesting video for you guys to share. I am going to be sharing my best studying tips and hacks to become a straight A student. Now, I know we are trying to become the academic weapon, come back, lock the fuck in. I know, bro, because I spent the past 2 years trying to become that, and I officially, I think, succeeded well enough so far in my past many years of learning and education. So I want to share with you guys. Guys, I cannot talk because I've been so stressed about school. But I'm sharing a school video because I know we're all relatable here, okay? We're all into this together. But yeah, I want to share with you guys my best studying tips to become a straight A student, because I know we're trying to get those 90s. I know we're trying to get those A pluses. I know that we're trying to get in. I know there's high school students out there, and I don't even know if high school students will take my advice, but I think my advice is pretty good, okay? It's pretty knowledgeable, and I just want to share with you guys my tips. But I just want to give a quick reminder, this might not work for everybody. Some people learn different than others. Some people, may take time on these tips, but I just want to share what worked for me the best and what got me here today, because I remember I was literally so bad in everything, mostly because I used to just not be able to focus. It wasn't like I wasn't trying. I was trying, but wasn't just getting the grade that I wanted, right? But I've learned throughout a few years of me trying to become the academic weapon, not me becoming the weapon of the academic, if that makes sense. I'm going to just be sharing my best tips. So let's begin. All right, everybody. Now, this is my first tip to give you guys, because there's going to be a lot of tips in this video, but I want to start with the greatest one that I know a lot of people might lack on. And me, myself, I do have great memory, but this is something that I can sometimes lack on, which is memorizing stuff. I cannot express enough how much you will need to memorize in most subjects. They can be English, math, science. You'll need formulas, keywords, whatever. You need to start studying those as soon as you open that freaking textbook, that slide presentation, whatever your teacher is posting your work on. You need to, because that's what's going to get you the best type of studying tips, and you'll feel so much less stressed when you already have memorized stuff beforehand and you start doing the learning afterwards, because everything just makes so much sense that way. So now let me give you the little personal experience example. Now, whenever I have a test, especially for maths, okay, I know we're all sometimes weak in math, mostly. Maybe you're not, okay, maybe you're super smart in math. I like math a little bit, it depends. It's not circumference, leave me alone, and geometry. I'm trying to stay away from that. But everything else, I always remember formulas beforehand. I recently had a circumference test, and I remembered all the formulas beforehand, did all the work afterwards, because it just makes your head so much more lighter in the work weight, because you do all the formula studying before, and then now you just got to plug those in. And I feel also one thing that I do before my test starts, I write down all the formulas that I have remembered on my test, so I can just use those while doing my work. So yeah, my first tip is remembering, because it is so important, guys. I'm telling you, your work is going to make so much more sense in your studying. I literally used this, and I started getting those 90s right away. My next tip is so important, because I know there's people out there that do this, is procrastination. Stop procrastinating. You can never study 2 days before the test. No, the stress is going to make you forget everything. You're not going to be able to complete the whole entire thing that you have learned. I'm telling you guys, always study at least a week before the test starts. I study 2 weeks before, because that just works the best for me. And sometimes I'm a person that literally needs it to be glued to my brain. The information should be stuck in here. After the test, I'll still remember it. That's how much you need to study. So, but that, if obviously you don't want to study, obviously extra studying sometimes stresses you out. So if you're not that type of person, don't worry, study a week before, so it just manages your workload so good. And also you won't be 2 days before oh my god, I have not understand any of this, because I know there's people out there that study 2 days before. They open their chapter book and okay, yeah, I get it. You literally don't get it. We all know. Don't lie to us, because honestly though, we're all a victim of this. I have procrastinated before my studying, and it just does not end up well. So don't do it. Get it done before. So the thing is, you guys should take every single day review 2 lessons, then right at the end before the test is supposed to start, like 2 days before, one day do it all over again. The second day, review all those notes over again. I'm telling you guys, that strategy works so well. Use that whole entire week of 3 days of time to do all the lessons. That 2 days then that you have left of the week, one day do all the lessons all over again. The second day, you need to review your notes all over again that you have studied. I'm telling you guys, it works so well. Now, the next thing that I like to do before my test starts is making the studying fun. Because I know there's a lot of people that want to study but just do not have the type of focus for it. Because I can relate. I don't think anyone thinks that studying is fun except if you're like the next Rory Gilmore, which is probably literally maybe a few people in this world. Which if you are, girls, congrats to you. You know, you go, but I'm just not that type of person that can I like studying if I understand it, but if I don't, get away from me, bro. So let me tell you how to make the studying fun. So one thing that I like to do is play music while I'm studying. I know a lot of people might not be able to focus like that, but if you even play the lowest beat of music, I'm telling you guys, it makes the studying so much fun. And also, guys, another thing that I love to do is making a presentation out of my studying. So it's that example, you literally just take all your notes, put them into a slideshow, present them, and also it doesn't just make the studying fun, but you're also reviewing at the same time. It goes back to the memorization thing, because then you can it's oh my god, damn, I literally just review the whole entire lesson I'm a teacher, but I've also memorized all my notes again. And also one thing that I like to do is I know this might be corny and you don't even need to make it cringy or whatever, but always whenever you're trying to memorize something that I like to do, and it also makes it so much more fun, is making it into a song. So make your notes into a song, the most miniest song ever, and it just repeat it 10 times a day. You might look a little crazy, but it helps, guys, and I'm telling you, it's literally the best thing I've ever done. It helps you memorize so much faster. I review at the same time. You can feel a little Taylor Swift or Travis Scott for a little while. So yeah, that is one of my other tips that I love to do. Now, the next thing that I like to do, which specifically goes to English and science subjects, even sometimes math, is that take a highlighter, okay, and highlight the most important words that you see in your textbook. Take those words and find the definition of each. So this is kind of a word search type of hack that I like to do. So even if you're in your slideshows and stuff, take the most words that are mostly used. Right now I'm doing data management. I'm telling you, it's not that easy, but when I take words that I just don't understand in the lesson, and when I literally just try finding definitions of them, the whole entire lesson makes so much sense. Especially in science, I know a lot of people struggle of understanding the words, it can be chemistry, biology, whatever you're learning. Whenever you're studying, I feel even this should be a day where you review all the words that don't make sense to you, find the definitions, and then try to do the lesson again with using the definition of the word that you just searched up. I think this just makes it studying so much more faster, but also easier to learn in your brain, and you can process the information so much better like this, and it won't be as confusing as it was before. Okay guys, the next tip. Now I know my introverted people are gonna hate this, but I'm telling you guys, it is so important, so please do it. Ask your teacher questions. I know you guys are girl, why are you acting like a teacher right now? I'm telling you guys, you need to ask your teacher questions. When they're if you have any questions about this lesson, please ask me. You go the fuck up, come on, stand up and ask them questions. You don't understand a lesson, you're not going to understand while studying it either. It's not going to make more sense in your brain because it does not function differently. Okay, you might reread it. Okay, if you don't even want to ask, reread it. If it makes sense, okay, don't. But if it doesn't, after you read it 7 times, okay, I know there's people out there that read it 8 times. They're no, don't worry, I get it. No, you're not going to get it if you're on your test and you're damn, I only messed up because of this question and it's halfly worth your grade. then just get up and ask your teacher the question beforehand so you don't need to struggle. Okay, guys? It just makes so much more sense. Even after studying and you guys get through a lesson, you guys don't make sense, always take your notes to your teacher and always ask questions. Now, another tip that I would like to add to this is that something that I love to do is, used to do this like last year a lot, where I took my notes and before, like a day before the test, I would show them to my teacher before reviewing them again at home to check if there was any work that was wrong, because they will tell you this is question's wrong, this is how you're supposed to study it. And then when I get home the day before my test, as I told you guys, always review all the notes that you have studied throughout the week at the last day of your test. That's what I would study, the wrong thing that I did, and then I would redo the question with the same formula or the same answer that my teacher gave me. These two tips are so helpful, guys. I'm telling you, they make your whole entire life better. Your studying is going to go so much smoother this way when you ask your teacher questions and you show them your notes. Also, teachers literally think so much, like, damn, this person actually tries. Let's just give them a little higher grade, because trust me, it works. Next up is the ultimate study plan. All right, now this is literally the most important thing, a part of this video, guys. What I mean by study plan is that how are you guys going to make a study plan? How do you know where to start? Because I know there's going to be lessons or like places where you got to study and the test is so huge because there's so many units to cover. I got you, sis. This is how you do it. So before the test, when you're starting the unit, always take notes in class. You don't need to highlight them. You don't need to write them in fancy colors. Nah, just make simple notes and leave them there. When the test is about to come, you're about to study. What you're going to do, you're going to take those notes. You're going to highlight everything that you need to cover for this unit. You're going to highlight the keywords, the units you have to cover, the formulas you have to remember, literally everything. Create a separate sticky note and write every single thing you have to remember. Take that and every single day, just study that. And I'm telling you guys, it just makes your life so much easier. And you won't be like, oh my God, I forgot to like, you know, like I forgot to study this thing, or I forgot to study that thing, or I forgot this formula. No, because you already had notes beforehand and you just had to highlight what you had to study. And I'm telling you, it works so well. Okay, guys, the next tip that I would like to give you guys, which is something that I do a lot, and it goes very well with the memorization that I told you guys, the formulas you have to remember and stuff like that, is testing yourself. I think this is so important for the test, especially while reviewing, because when you read your notes again, honestly, first of all, I like get bored really easily just reading my notes again. It's just not entertaining to me, and I know studying is not supposed to be entertaining, but if you guys want to do this in more a helpful way, what I like to do is I like to make flashcards. First of all, this is so important, guys. I'm telling you, flashcards will save your life. You guys just make mini flashcards and just keep reviewing them all over again. And you guys can make like separate like flashcards like for each unit. Like one can be for formulas, one can be for keywords, one can be for like different type of like, you know, like math problems, or just like problems that you have to like just like solve in general. This is so helpful. Another thing that I really like to do is that I love to make mini pop-up quizzes for myself. So I just make a little quiz on like online on Google Doc, or I make my sister make one for me. So I choose like the hardest questions and then I solve those. And I'm telling you guys, it works so well. And never choose the easy questions, because you already know you guys are going to do those, right? Save those for the bonus, okay? But always put the hard questions on the quizzes, so you make sure you have stayed prepared for the hard questions and you won't freak out when you see those on the test. Also, if you have a friend or a sibling at home, I would totally recommend getting tested by them. I seriously annoy my sister every single day telling me, test me on this again, test me on this again, and it's literally just a mini check-in. My sister's like, seriously, Greenware? Like, really? But I'm telling you guys, it is so helpful. You will like remind yourself, okay, maybe it was worth it for the 98%. Now, another tip that might work for some people, personally, I don't do this, but I have done it like maybe once or twice, is doing a study buddy or like a study group. So I usually don't like always give this tip to people, because I know people can get distracted so easily from a friend, but I feel like this can work really well when you just want to make the study more entertaining, and it also can sometimes help you to stay focused. So what I like to do is like choose one friend that you know that you can work well with, okay guys? Like you won't get distracted easily, you won't like be like talking, you know, like about something like funny like 10 seconds later. You should go to like a quiet space, or like maybe you can call a friend and then you just study together. And I feel like this is so helpful because then after the end of the call or the end of the study session, you guys can give each other's notes, review them with each other, and see what you guys did wrong or right. And it's just like you have 2 notes to review, and then you guys can test each other without getting annoyed from one another. And also the idea that I gave you guys by showing like a slideshow presentation and teaching a class, you guys can do that with the study buddy, and that works so well because they can present theirs and you're learning from both sides, and it's also just really helpful. And I honestly plan to do this because it's just a lot more helpful, and sometimes you can even stay more focused, entertained, and study better because you have more material to practice. Now, another tip that I would like to give you guys is taking the studying break tip. Okay, let me just tell you guys how it works. So you study for 30 minutes and then you take another 5-minute break, then you study for 30 minutes again and you take another break, and you just repeat the cycle how many times you need to. I'm telling you guys, ever since I used this hack like once or twice, it's helped me so much because I'm a person that starts studying and I will literally study like for 4 hours, okay, and I won't stop. Like, I don't know what happened, but I know there's people out there like, when is the study session gonna end? You guys are so focused on when the study session's gonna end before it's actually like starting to process in your brain, and there's absolutely no point of studying anymore because you guys are just waiting for it to be over. So instead of that, you guys should study for 30 minutes, study the material you need to, then take a 5-minute break. Only 5 minutes, okay guys, not longer than that, because then all that information you just studied is gonna get out of your brain. After that, study for another 30 minutes. What I like to do in my 5 minutes break, I literally just search up study motivation videos, and it helps me so much. But seriously, if you just want to enjoy your time on TikTok, that's allowed too. And then you guys study all over again, because then that just helps you also feel like, okay, that like the studying part's not that bad because I am taking breaks in between, and also like, you know, it's just more helpful this way. So I definitely recommend this tip. Now, the last technique that I would like to share with you guys before I end this video is the mind mapping technique. This technique saved my life, guys, and I'm telling you, I saved the best for the last. Okay, so how this works is that what I like to do is I like to make a big box, write the title of the unit, right, and then, or you can actually, no, you make a circle, write the title in the center of the circle, and make branches like this, and then write down many notes of it. Literally, it should be this little, like you're writing like an infographic. Okay, guys, not big boxes, so tiny notes. What I like to do, I write what it means, what it is, the few problems of it, and then just like kind of summing the whole entire thing up, and it helps me so much. No matter you're studying any type of subject, it is so helpful. I've literally never like thought about this better. And what I like to do is I like to color my boxes in different colors, making sure that each branch represents something different. Review that a few times, and I'm telling you guys, it is so good. I've never gotten better grades after using this technique. It is so helpful, and I definitely recommend it. Okay guys, so this is it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy my 10 studying hacks that I love to do to become a straight A student, please sure to subscribe, like, share, and comment. I have so much more content coming out soon, so stay tuned. I love you guys all so much. Stay well, stay safe. Bye.